Well, I think we've avoided the rain for the most part. Knock on wood up here on the deck.
Yeah, there was some ominous forecast earlier that I was not trusting, and thank goodness it was off.
Right now, it's gorgeous.
Oh.
It really is beautiful. For our first high school football game of the season, we're up on the deck on top of the press box in Adams, New York, home of the South Jefferson Spartans, who will take on the visiting Central Valley Thunder. Low kick to start things off, and South Jeff is going to watch it roll out of bounds here at about the 21 or 22.
You don't see a lot of high school kids that can have a deep kickoff, so they play these scoop kicks. Unfortunately, out of bounds doesn't help. I think they take 35-yard line, right? Or can make them re-kick it.
Yeah, see what South Jeff elects to do. They've got...
Looks like they're going to take it right at the 35.
Got that option.
I think. Yep. Boy, what a perfect night for Friday night football. Sun, just a little breeze. Keep it cool on the field for these guys. Here we go.
And South Jefferson will start off at the 35. First and 10.
So the Spartans will start things off. First drive of the season here in week 1, and it's a fumble that's recovered quickly and ends up being a loss for Nick Deneering. About a yard loss on the play, so 2nd and 11 coming up for the Spartans.
Well, nerves, I'm sure they had a couple scrimmages, but first time actually out on the field. Not quite clicking smooth yet.
Motion in front of the quarterback, and it's handed off.
And another tackle for a loss. Boy, he almost took the handoff.
Chase Bickle nowhere to go. Big loss. Now 3rd and long coming up for the Spartans.
Brings up 3rd and 17.
3rd and 17. Safe to say we may see the arm here. See what they got through the air. 2 to each side, 4 wide.
Yeah.
Plenty of options.
Aggressive look here.
Oh, and he's got a man.
Picked off.
Nice pick. Boy, the safety just sitting back there waiting on it. Chase was he waited, followed the head of the quarterback. He telegraphed it. He had him up the seam, but he waited too long to let it go.
Jeffrey Chase with a pick on 3rd and long. That's one way to force 3 and out.
You can't script a much better start for a defense. 2 tackles for a loss and interception on 3rd down.
So 1st and 10 now for Central Valley. Ball on the 47.
Oh, and he almost dropped that snap. Boy, that is a big boy in the backfield, whoever took that.
Misdirection handoff, handed off to Calvin Jacques. Gain of about 5. 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Thunder.
Wow, he looked bigger and faster. That's only one play, 5 yards, but boy.
Yeah, lined up again in the backfield in the eye. They use him again.
Yeah, he's got some wiggle and some power.
Got around to the outside and all the way down to the 26. First down.
2 plays in, I think he's going to be a handful.
That's something that's...
flag on the field. They didn't see it get thrown. They wonder if they caught him with a hold.
Yeah, down a couple yards ahead of the line of scrimmage.
Yep, holding.
There it is, holding against the offense.
Well, that negates a nice run, but maybe that's why it was such a nice run. That hole a little bigger thanks to the holding call.
Makes you wonder.
Well, 2nd and long, I don't see any reason to do anything different than what you just called twice. Keep feeding him.
See if the Thunder elect to do so.
Oh.
Hand it off, but not to Jacques. This time it's a gain of a couple on the ground. Looked like Connor Darrow on the carry for the Thunder.
And tackle made by Stevens, I believe. And
So I'm going to ask a dumb question. Central Valley, Utica area? Where are they out
Ilion.
of? Ilion? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's one of the things about South Jeff, the South Jeff program lately. They've played down in what was the last couple of years Class B2, now just Class B.
Oh, up top, he's got him
Fake
wide
handoff.
open. He was 20 yards open. Oh, my. Double covered, and they both stopped. Nobody went deep.
Yeah, a little misdirection on the fake handoff
All
and a
by
dime
himself.
down the field.
3rd and 12. I don't know how you let somebody behind you down the sideline, but that's a mix-up in coverage and an easy 6 for CVA. Pretty nice throw. I mean, he had all day. Sometimes those are the hardest throws to make when somebody's 10 yards open. He dropped it right in the basket. That was a beautiful throw.
Great pass and catch. And Central Valley with the early 6-point lead. Now something you don't see too often, at least in our neck of the woods.
A kicker?
High school football. Somebody on for a PAT attempt.
I wondered why they were in such a rush to change the ball out. And
Off the upright. No
doink.
good. Stays 6, the lead for Central Valley. Only took them a couple of plays to get down the field and into the end zone. Long pass and catch puts them on top, 6-0 with 9:24 to go in the first quarter of our first high school football game of the season.
Boy, if you're a defensive coordinator, you're 3 plays into the game for South Jeff, and you've seen a running back you struggled to stop and a quarterback who threw a 40-yard dime.
Yeah.
What are you going to dial up on defense? You've seen already more than you want to see, and we're 3 plays in.
On the other side of the football, you've only had 3 plays yourself, and one of them was an interception on
and
3rd
the other
and
2
long.
were tackle for loss. Well, it can only go up from here for the Spartans. We're not even 3 minutes in.
No, lots of game left. Just getting underway. That's a better kick. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds again.
Yep, almost the identical
It had
spot.
that side spin on it. Pretty much the exact, same yardage and everything.
Yeah, those scoop kicks, honestly, as you said, we don't have a lot of big legs in the area, so you get a lot of that scoop kick, and that can be used as a weapon. You know, that ball, once it hits, there's no guarantee what direction it's going, but you need to keep it in bounds. Throw it up at least inside the seam.
First and 10.
All right, so already the second look at the Spartans offense. High snap, handled though.
Uh-oh, and down. South Jeff yet to have a play for positive yardage. I feel like, just looking, and obviously we've got a pretty high vantage point here. The size of the 2 teams looks pretty similar, other than South Jeff seems to have a pretty good size advantage on the outside at the wide receiver position. But you're going to need a clean snap and a couple seconds to throw it, take advantage. But he's got 6 inches out here on this side.
Yeah, a couple of really good athletes. Out here on this near side you might recognize.
One-on-one, Piddick.
Is Tommy Piddick. Yep, on the other side with a catch is Billy Winchester diving forward for a couple of yards. Yeah, Tommy Piddick, a tremendous basketball player. His brother, one of the best really probably in the state last year. Tommy's no slouch himself.
Boy, they're going to set up this one-on-one coverage over here. And they're not shading the safety over either. They're going to let him play it one-on-one.
Yeah, don't be surprised to see South Jeff throw the ball in the direction of Tommy Piddick. Like you said, the size advantage, but he's quick too.
Got to be coming this way.
Looking
There
that way, there it is,
underthrown.
underthrown.
All by himself. Not sure he'd have gotten the first, but he'd had a nice gain.
Incompletion on 3rd and long, and now South Jeff will send out a punt unit. Slow start for the Spartan offense.
Yeah, I think that's going to have to be, just from what we've seen so far, they've got nothing up the middle. Their clear advantage looks to be on the outside.
late to get to the line. Walker Bryant for the Spartans. Looks like Kingsley back to punt. Good snap. Punt is tumbling end over end. It's going to bounce at about the 48. Tommy Pittick will pick it up here.
Just about their same starting position after the interception. Almost identical.
Ball on the 47 for CVA here with 7:53 to go in the first quarter and a 6-point lead already for the Thunder. Here on what really is, at least so far, a gorgeous Friday night high school football on NBC Watertown. Ron Rockwood along with myself, Connor Lalone, up here on the deck bringing you the action. A pitch play out to that right-hand side.
Boy,
And Jacques is around for a first down. He's wrapped up by the jersey, but he has been a handful for this Spartan defense.
Exactly the word I was going to use. He's going to be a handful all night. Tough
Problem?
between the tackles and speed. Well, for South Jeff, not for CVA.
South Jefferson 36.
Boy, he seems to have it. Well, again, we're 3 plays in, but runs well between the tackles, and he had the jets to go around the outside.
Certainly looks like a force so far.
Oh, the keeper. Keeping him honest.
Yeah, not much doing on the play. Maybe a yard.
Stevens and Roberts on the tackle, a few others. Second and 9.
Another rush for Jacques, and he's going to pick up another first down, it looks like.
The first for his brought down. Tackle made by Tommy Pittick. Got to move the chains again. With the Thunder knocking on the door in the red zone.
Let's see where they have Pittick lined up, so obviously they've got him at safety. Athletic, tall, fast. Perfect spot for him. Let him watch the quarterback and read the field.
Yeah, something else that's not uncommon. This level of football, guys playing both sides of the line, and Pittick back deep. Another handoff, and Jacques is trying to get to that outside edge again. He throws a couple of good stiff arms, and he's still on his feet. Takes a couple of guys to bring him down.
Good tough run. No interest in going down after the first contact. Yeah, you get down into the C's and in this area, and you got 3/4 of your guys playing both ways.
Yeah, one of the things that surprised me in preparing for the game was the amount of names on that South Jeff roster. It's a program that only 5 or 6 years ago when I was here, just enough guys to field a team, and there were talks of going to 8-man for a while. I mean, it was slim pickings for South Jeff. It's gone a different way. This time they stopped the run.
He did a heck of a job to pull that in. The pitch was behind him. Reached back one-handed and pulled it in.
Third down and 5 now, coming up with 5:24 remaining in the first quarter. CVA with that 6-point lead, scored on their first possession after the interception.
Got to figure this is 4-down territory. I don't see him lining up for a 38-yard field goal. So you might see a run here knowing they're going to go on 4th anyway, and there they go.
Handed off right up the middle, and that's going to be about a yard short.
Yep, 4th and 1.
Nick Deneering in on the stop for South Jeff there. Now 4th and short.
I haven't seen them stuff the run for less than a yard yet. I got to think it's a running play. Just a matter of up the gut or out wide.
The CVA's had success getting to the outside. They're going to try to go right up the middle this time, and
we're ready for it. That's close. They've got him marked right on the 15, and if he does, it'll be a first down, I believe. I think they had to get to the 15.
That spot.
Where are they marking?
Looked like it was right.
Boy, the far official was all the way down on the 15-yard line. They're marking him at the 17.
That spot's definitely looked short of the original
That's
yardage.
2 yards short of where they took him to the ground. Wow.
I'm with you, Ron. I thought that that was going to be an awful lot closer than it ended up being. That spot, I think, was a little generous for South Jeff.
You know, I just ate dinner up the road, and what I enjoyed was a little home cooking, because that was a terrible spot.
Handoff up the middle, Gavin Warner on the carry.
Good tough run. Little fire out of South Jeff. Maybe that turned the momentum a little bit. All right, I can't start the first quarter of the first game harassing the officials. A good fair spot. Turnover on downs.
Sure you can.
Ball to the Spartans.
First and 10.
Maybe it was the angle we had. That was a 2-yard difference.
Hand it off again.
Hey, they're creating a little space now.
About a yard on the carry for Kevin Warner.
Well, he looks undersized out there, but he runs tough. Get a little something working between the tackles, then you can get a little play action. I gotta think they're going to Piddock on the outside here before too long. They're gonna cover him one-on-one.
Yeah, a lot of movement there early. False start against South Jeff.
It's going to back the Spartans up 5. Make it 2nd and 13.
That one seemed pretty straightforward. A lot of movement on the line. A lot of
that
bodies
one
all
was
started to go. Second down now and 13 from the 36. South Jeff looking to pass, high throw, and it is a jump ball. It's incomplete.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
lucky that was not picked.
In and out of the hands of Dempsey, who was in coverage over there. Nearly came away with the second CVA pick of the game. We've got a whistle down here, back at the line of scrimmage. Sideline warning against South Jeff already. Oh, a little
interesting
early for that. I mean, there's some fiery personalities down there on that South Jeff sideline. I say that only because I know them fairly well. Bob Moore's down there. Randy Fuller has been a gym coach here for forever. A couple of great guys. South Jeff looking to pass on 3rd and long. This one's intended for Piddock, and it's incomplete. Went through his hands, and then Vogel almost came up with an interception. And now it's 4th down and long, and it looks like South Jeff is going to punt again.
Well, I think they're at least picking up some information here. I mean, I'm assuming they're seeing the same things we are. So they're covering Piddock one-on-one, but they're also just covering him over the top. As soon as he stops underneath, he's open. They're giving him 5 yards of cushion. He's just got to draw up some of these underneath plays for him. They're leaving him by himself.
Yeah, definitely aware of his speed. Don't want to get burnt. Haven't so far. High snap over the head of the punter.
That's not good.
Kingsley, and the ball's loose on the 1.
That's not what they were looking for.
Not quite worst case scenario, but awful close. Well, you see the snap just over the head of Kingsley, and he did pretty much everything he could to get back there in time to save it from getting to the end zone.
Yeah, and you know, he wanted to try to get a kick away, but boy, you got to eat that one.
Now CVA from the 1, and they're just going to dive it in. Yeah, QB sneak.
No need for the tush push. He was in 3 yards deep all on his own. Now South Jeff starting to dig a little bit of a hole.
12-0. CVA with the lead still in the first quarter. 2:36 to go. A lot of that has been self-induced for the Spartans. They've set up CVA a couple of times now.
Twice at the 47 and once at the 1.
Yeah.
CVA's yet to run a play in their own half of the field.
2-point conversion attempt here for the Thunder. Darrow in motion out to the left.
Option.
Quarterback keeper on the option play. He's going to keep it himself and
Quick.
sneak in for 2. So 14-0. CVA with an early lead. Spartans, I think, not really sure how to respond.
The body language isn't great. A lot of guys walking around, and the body language on the other side looks pretty good. They all want in the game. Smelling blood in the water already.
So 2:36 to go in the first quarter. Not the greatest of starts for South Jeff here. Our first high school football game of the year, the NBC Watertown Stream team.
Not quite 10 minutes into the game and his third kickoff already.
First 2 are out of bounds here on this near sideline. Third time's the charm. That's a great kick. Reeled in at about the 12 by the Spartans.
Little wall there set up.
Some
that was
space
a
up the
nice-
middle. Oh, big hit, but right at the 45.
Boy, that was a great wall.
Terrific return. I think that's Billy Winchester. It was for South Jeff. Well, there's something to get fired up about.
Yep, great field position. Let's see if they can put something together here. I feel like they want to run the ball. They had a little more success the last series, and then they got backed up by the penalty. Here we go, right up the gut. Oh,
Yeah,
he broke
handoff.
free. And there's a first down.
Gavin Warner.
Oh, and a late flag.
Yeah, after the play, flag comes out.
I'm not sure that wasn't on South Jeff. He looked like he had something to say when he got up, but we'll see. Could be wrong. But I wouldn't be surprised seeing unsportsmanlike here on South Jeff. Hope I'm wrong, but he popped up with something to say. Oh, all right. Maybe that's why he got up with a little fire.
Unnecessary roughness was the call.
Boy, 15 yards on top of it. South Jeff right in business.
I love when the officials are audible up here. I mean, that's
Yes.
not something that we're always privileged to have. You get an official that lets you know what the call was, is very demonstrative with the signal, but also loud enough where you can hear him. I mean, that is golden for us. Handed off up the middle again, and this time it's going nowhere. Warner brought down for a loss. Couple of yards. Darrow, Carter, both in on the stop for CVA. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Let's see what they come back with here. 2-3 runs up the middle in a row. I think CVA's wise to that. Oh, they're going to go to the well again.
Yeah, another rush right up the gut.
Right back to the original line of scrimmage. Now you're sitting on 3rd and 10. Again, 4-down territory. Probably going to want to go to the air here on 3rd before you have to do it on 4th. And this time they've got 2 safeties, so they will shade one over to this side with Pittick. He might get the ball anyway. There it is underneath. Yep.
Pittick with the catch, and then he is met immediately.
I think they can take that play all day if they want to get 4 or 5 yards at a time. They're not going to bump him at the line because he'll go by him.
That's about what they pick up there. 4th down now here. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Spartans trail by a couple of scores.
Oh, that a free 5 will help. Now 4th and 1 changes it. Still don't think I'd run that up the middle. They've got to be sitting on it. It's the only running play they've called.
4th and 1 after the offside.
How is Mick? Oh, they changed quarterbacks.
Yeah, Chase Bickle right under center. He's just going to carry it himself.
Nice. Power game.
Funny, Chase Bickle lines up under center. You don't necessarily think power, but it was.
Yep.
Went right up the gut. Clock stopped at 13 as they'll move the chains.
I'll just say that's an interesting call. You bring in a guy to power it up the middle, and you actually replace the quarterback with a smaller
player.
Guy. It worked.
This time handed off. Warner got around one, spins past the second, but is met there.
He
Nothing doing on the play.
I don't know that he gained anything.
That'll do it on the first quarter of play. South Jeff just barely into the red zone, trailing by a couple of scores, 14-0. Central Valley with the lead. Here
Signs
after
of life, though.
Yeah, it's again just a gorgeous evening. Can't complain about that even in the slightest. Hasn't been a gorgeous start for South Jeff.
I got to think as the season rolls on, we will not have too many of these on Friday nights.
And short sleeve weather on a great night to start the season off. High school football on NBC Watertown, presented as always by our good friends at the Bob Johnson Auto Group. And tonight's game in South Jeff also brought to you by a whole host of other Adams area businesses. Adams Country Club.
That's where we had dinner tonight. Fantastic food. Oh, man.
That's a ringing endorsement. Glad to hear that, because both Adams Country Club and John Allen Sanitation, the Allen family, big supporters of tonight's game, as well as Odie Green, Ace Lumber.
Course looked like it was in good shape too.
It's a gorgeous golf course for the area. I've patronized it several times myself. Don't always do it justice either, but great place to go play.
Worth. The more you swing it, the less each swing costs you. All right, what do we got? 2nd and 10.
Start of the second quarter. Yep, 2nd and 10. Ball's on the 19 for the Spartans here. They trail by a couple of scores. Motion.
Right up the middle.
Yeah, quarterback keeper.
Boy, he better be careful how he carries that ball.
So Mick on the carry.
CVA is going to live playing one-on-one on the outside. I got to think at some point South Jeff's going to try throwing it out wide over the top. I mean, they're giving him 10 yards of cushion, but that's a 5-6 inch height advantage. He'd lob one into the corner. I don't dislike my chances.
Motion again. Bickle.
Here it is.
Fake handoff. Pass over the middle is caught. And that is first down yardage and then some for South Jeff as they're down to about the 5.
That's a great throw.
Lucas Dion.
Oh, a little hurry up here.
With the catch. Yeah, Spartans looking to go quick here on 1st and goal. Handed off.
The gut again.
Still going.
Fighting
might get forward is Warner.
Just short.
Yeah,
boy,
down at the 1.
That's a tough run. He was hit at the line of scrimmage and just refused to go down.
Had a guy around one of his ankles, just kind of dragged him.
Surprised they didn't put him under center here and take this, just push it home.
Mick handed off, trying to get to the outside and kind of
easy. Whoa,
yeah.
whoa.
Little late contact there. Whistle definitely gone.
That's a loss of 1. Now we got 3rd and goal. Got to be outside the 2 here.
Dempsey, the cornerback, came in there late. Tried to punch it free. Forward progress.
Wow, they're going to spread them out here. Trips wide to the right, 1 on the left. Maybe that's just to open up the middle of the field a little bit.
Winchester to the left.
No, they are going to throw it.
Mick thought about it. Now he heaves it into the corner of the end zone. It's caught.
Done.
Touchdown, South Jeff.
I wasn't sure he didn't step out, but they all left him. It's a great play by Mick. Good vision.
Terrific composure to get to the line of scrimmage. Stop. Realize that
I feel like that was intended to be a run all the way, and he just saw the entire left side of the defense come at him, left his receiver all by himself in the back corner. Great play.
Yeah, coverage had collapsed on him. And in doing so, they left Billy Winchester wide open in the back corner of the end zone, where he was able to reel it in for a score.
Well, a couple things here. We're going to have South Jeff. We'll see, they'll get within one score. Even if they don't make the point, they'll be within 8. But we might actually have CVA run a few plays from their own end of the field. Uh-oh.
Tough snap. Now looking to pass is Bickle. Bickle thrown into the corner of the end zone, but too tall for Tommy Piddick. So no good on the 2-point conversion. It's 6-14.
Well, we're back to a one-score game. Let's see if South Jeff can slow down the CVA offense, get the ball back.
Great response, though, from the Spartans there at the end of the first quarter and into the second.
And they needed something there. Nothing had gone their way in that first quarter up until those last few plays.
And yet, still right in it with 10:26 to go in the second quarter. Spartans get ready to kick it away here. Well, I mentioned earlier, Adams Country Club, John Allen, and Odie Green, who I didn't mention, is SNR Automotive. See him on their screen right now. Keith Snyder and Mansville right across from the elementary building. SNR Automotive, again, supporting high school football here in the South Jeff community. Good kick from Kingsley's reeled in at about the 16 or 17. And now trying to get to the outside is Vogel.
It's a nice return. Avoided that tackle right about the 26-yard line. Gave him the corner. He only had one guy left to beat.
First and 10, CVA on their own 36-yard line.
First play from their own half.
First play. Never ran a play in the first quarter from their own half of the field, and they led 14-0.
Thunder on their own 36. Pitch down to the far sideline.
Nice
Gain,
tackle.
5 or 6.
I gotta think South Jeff is keying as at Jakeways. He seems to be the main weapon. They're taking their time in the huddle here.
Yeah, South Jeff, one of the few fields in the area with a pretty visible play clock, and they do run it. Down to about 5 now. They get it off in time. Quick pass over the middle is tipped.
Boy, good hands. Linebacker, I think, got a hand on that.
I think Bryant
yep.
got a hand on it at first and then hit Dion. Wasn't really sure where it came from. Falls in incomplete.
Well, chance to get off the field here. 3rd and 6. Now we'll call it 5. 3rd and 5.
Looks like 5 to me. Scoreboard's got 6.
Boy, they take a long time in the huddle.
15 on the play clock. 9:22 remaining in the second quarter.
God, it's like they got 10 linemen.
Handed off. And no, capped by the quarterback. Quick pass is caught here on the near sideline, and that is
just short.
Yeah, based on the spot. I thought it looked like they had picked up enough yardage there on the pass and catch, but spot is just short.
4th and a couple of feet.
Yeah, 4th and very short. A couple of times CVA has run that play. Fake handoff. Not sure whether it's designed as an option or not. Well, they do on 4th and 1.
Oh!
Go right up the gut. Look like they got it. Forward progress, they do.
Good thing somebody had an arm around him. He might have just taken off. Wow, he burst through that line.
Big conversion on 4th and 1. Now it's 1st and 10 with the ball on the 48. Brody Vogel off the CVA sideline. And Vogel lines up in the backfield. Screen out to the far sideline, reeled in by Jacquez. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5. It takes 3 or 4 guys to shove him out of bounds for South Jeff. Tommy Pittick in there, Connor Mulderselt.
Boy, that worked out well for him, but that just looked dangerous. That ball just floated out there. Just waited for a South Jeff guy to make a move on the ball. Just apparently wasn't enough time, but the snap kind of floats back to them, and then the pass to the outside kind of floated.
Yeah, not a lot of zip on any of those. Like you said, the snap or the pass, really. And there hasn't been much at all so far in the first half. It's been fairly calm and composed. And
yeah, no, South Jeff, it really isn't getting any push up the middle. It's just that shotgun snap. They run most of their plays out of that. You would think they'd have a little more direct. It just floats back there.
Pitched out to the near sideline and met at the line of scrimmage.
They blew it. They blew it dead. Great hit. 3rd and 7.
Well, Darrow was never wrestled to the ground, but forward progress they judged to have stopped. And even though he kind of bounced off the hit and spun around, whistled dead at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 7.
I think in that play action pass again, it's worked a couple of times already. Maybe to the other side.
There it is.
The bubbles.
Yeah, reeled in on the far sideline. The tight end with a grab. And
wow, good tough run all the way down to the 30.
Yeah, brought down right at the 30.
Nice play. Got the whole defense floating. Excuse me. Geez, got the hiccups. Apologize. Whole defense floating one way. Turn around, have your line or your tight end just take a couple steps in the backfield. He's all by himself.
So 3rd or 4th time, at least we've seen him run that play with success. South Jeff geared up to stop the run. They just not able to sink back and prevent the pass. When it becomes a fake, they do it again. Hand it off, though, up the middle. Only about a yard on the rush.
Almost feel like South Jeff's decided early on here, middle of the 2nd quarter, we're going to take away that run game up the middle. And if they're going to beat us through the air over the top, so be it. Let's see what you got. Which, based on what we've seen, is probably not a bad strategy. He's clearly their best weapon.
Calvin Jacquez in the backfield. Here he is on the handoff. No, they keep it again.
Play action. He's up
thrown
over
out
the
to the near sideline, and it is.
They got to throw a flag there. Did he catch that?
Caught.
Oh, my God. Around the back of the defender? Zach, tell me you got a replay on that.
That is
sweet. He caught
some
that.
grab.
That's a SportsCenter top 10 catch. He had both arms around the defender.
Yeah, this is a tremendous play for Central Valley.
That's incredible.
Chase Bickle was back to the ball, never turned around to look at it, just threw both hands up, and it didn't matter. CVA.
That's amazing.
Into the end zone again, 20-6 now.
I'm thinking send that one into Sports Center with a little da-na-na attached to it. That's a top 10.
Good snap and hold.
Nice
Kick looks good, and it is.
Wow, that was a tremendous catch. Oh, my God.
21-6.
Boy, South Jeff looked like they had a good defensive series going, and then that screen pass, and then boom, over the top. No good? Huh.
Missed right?
Okay.
Yeah, and again, maybe it's an angle thing. That sure looked good from up here.
And then we've got an awful angle because I thought that was right up the middle.
I thought both the officials signaled that it was good underneath the goalpost as well.
I believe they did.
So take a point off the board. It's 20-6. CVA with the lead. 5:38 to go in the first half. Our first high school football game here on NBC Watertown. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thanks to everyone that makes it possible. The Bob Johnson Auto Group, SNR Automotive, Odie Green, Adams Country Club, and John Allen Sanitation. Bringing you tonight's game. The Spartans hosting the Central Valley Thunder, who kick it away. Picked up at the 30. And then a couple of hard-fought yards after that for Nick Deneering.
Let me just make one more note on the record. That was you questioning the officials on the extra point. That was not me that time. I'm not saying I disagree.
I'm starting to question myself because I really thought both officials underneath the upright signaled that that was through and good. Only for referee to
wave it off. So what do you think? South Jeff going to go to the air here, or are they going to stick with what they've been doing? Pounding the rock up the middle.
Had some success on that last drive on the ground. They're going to try it again. Warner, not much on the play. Actually, a loss of a couple of yards. I think maybe just a touch early to start deviating from the game plan, if the game plan really was keep the ball on the ground, but they go 4 wide here. Quick pass, reeled in.
Nice catch. He knew he was going to get hit.
Their scoring drive did feature Dion with a good grab over the middle, similar to that one. Now 3rd and 4. Long wait here for Mick. Warner moves out to his right. Mick, quick pass is through the hands of Dion that time, and he looks like he caught that one off the end of the fingertips, looks like.
Boy, that offense is staying on the field. That's a big call early here.
4th down and 4. Ball on their own 39. Trailing by
wow, this is
14.
A gutsy call. Maybe he was going to try to draw him off. They got him earlier. Nope.
Here it is, Mick. Quick pass, and that is reeled in on the near sideline.
That's a great catch.
Terrific grab for Billy Winchester, and it's a 1st down for the Spartans.
Wow, he picked that right off the carpet. That's a great catch.
Yeah, not the greatest of throws for Mick. I guess you could argue he threw it where only Winchester could get it, but he was asking a lot of his wide receiver.
Yeah, is that? I'm going to ask another dumb question. That 2 hands, that's the signal for a sideline warning, not the play clock? Looked like they were talking about the play clock.
They do.
They've made that 2 or 3
several
times.
times,
They
yes.
got nobody over the line here. I guess one of the coaches.
Aaron Rivers down there. He's the only one really close right now either. So
Yeah, and they keep coming over making the same motion.
Mick
Up
looking
top.
to pass through the hands of Dion again, who got hit in the air. Well-timed coverage from Jeffrey Chase.
He's got a pretty good gun back there.
Yeah, I was going to say earlier, last couple of years we've seen South Jeff, and last year against Jamesdale DeWitt, Mick had a terrific game in the air. A couple of passing touchdowns, really showed off what is a pretty strong arm.
Yeah.
Hasn't had a ton of time tonight. When he has, he's gotten a couple good throws off. There's one right into the hands of Tommy Pittick, who stiff arms the first defender and spins
Fights.
around for.
He might have got the first down with that extra effort. I think he did. That's close. He's got him. Oh, he took a step back, so now he doesn't have it.
Really close, though, on that spot. Yeah, just short, as the spot is the 45. And
Boy, they're giving him 10 yards over here. All day if they want to take the 5-yard easy out.
now 3rd and 1, 3:40 to go in the first half. And another pass and catch. Dion with a grab and a first down for the Spartans. Got out of bounds, too. Both teams with all 3 timeouts still remaining.
South Jeff, I think, obviously they want to run the ball, but I think they realize their advantage is on the outside. I don't know if they want to line up and throw it 30 times, but
Going to throw it again.
Yep.
It's Pittick again with a grab.
that's like picking berries over here. They're handing them 10 yards.
Got a block from
see
Dion,
a
but I wonder
flag
if,
on the field,
he's
too.
going to get called for a.
See what the call is. You think it might have been offensive interference?
Yeah, I think it's going to
Throw
go
block
against
for the ball left.
Dion for setting a pick, probably. Of course, they're having a discussion about it.
Waving it off. I believe he waved it off. Or have they not decided yet? Holding.
Yeah, offensive holding. Well, that is going to go against
Now is that
Lucas Dion.
10 yards from the spot? Looks like it. Yep,
believe,
not from
yes.
the original line of scrimmage. So all told, loss of 2 instead of a gain of 8. The all too uncommon first down and 12.
Mick under pressure, steps around 1, has to get rid of the football. He does, and he's tripped up and sacked for a loss right at the 50. Tyler Abbott with the sack for the Thunder.
He had no time.
Yeah,
Boy.
immediately swarmed and did well to step up through the first, but now 2nd down and 20. Ball's on the 50-yard line. Looking to pass again. Mick reeled
set
in
up
on the
the
near side,
screen.
able to skip past the first.
Wow, nice
Was Warner.
move. That's a nice move to get a lot of that yardage back because they could have had him right just behind the line of scrimmage.
Got over the 45, spotted at the 44.
This side of the field, we might be looking at 4-down territory. I think they got to pick some of it up here.
Also saw him on the last punt attempt have a bad snap go over the head of the punter and set up Central Valley at the 1-yard line. So maybe make him a little more wary as well on special teams. 2:39 to go in the first half. Spartans trail by 14. Here's Mick looking to pass. Steps up
boy.
over the middle, has Tommy Pittick, and it is
he's
caught.
Gonna go. He's
Tommy
going to go. Reservations for 6. Pittick cuts that lead to 20-12. Boy, just strong, great hands, and then one guy wasn't going to bring him down. I'm surprised they're covering him one-on-one. Let's see if that continues.
Yeah, that might
He's
change.
clearly their weapon.
Tommy Piddick with a great grab over the middle and a great pass as well by Mick to find him. You've been harping on him right since the first snap of the game. Surprised Tommy Piddick's been covered one-on-one.
And again, there was no safety back there. All he had to do was break the tackle of his defensive back, and end of story.
2:31 to go in the first half. And the offense on to try to add 2 more for South Jeff. Mick rolling out to his right, throws it away.
Going nowhere. Well, again, fighting their way back. See if they can make a stop here. I think the way that first half has gone, honestly, if they can get in the locker room with a 1-score game, they'd take it. They've certainly looked better on offense these last couple of possessions.
It's been a better second quarter for South Jeff, too. They started really slowly.
Yep.
Better, though, in the second quarter. They've put 12 points on the board.
Might want to drop a little something different on the next 2-point play. That rolling out to the outside, and it's not working. I was watching the kicker. I saw him out there. He's counting helmets. Hey,
Always
we got
good.
too many. Get out of here. How does that happen? You got your kickoff team. Nobody's been hurt, so those are your 11 guys. So who else is running out there thinking, I think I'm going to jump in this one?
Kingsley will kick it away.
Nice
Good boot. Picked up at the 16.
Trying to set up his blockers.
Vogel trying to get it back to the outside again. He did that on the last kick return, got it out to that left-hand side, the far sideline. This time didn't get quite as far as he did on the last. And he's brought down at the 34 with 2:22 to go in the first half.
I feel like this is a big possession for the South Jeff defense. Their offense has got them back in it again. 1-score game. You can't go down another score here in 2 minutes. You got to hold them. Because if I'm not mistaken, CVA deferred, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. I mean, potentially you've got score, halftime, get the ball back, score again. You're looking at a 3-score game before South Jeff touches the ball again, potentially.
Quarterback keeper on the option. Elected not to hand it off to Jacques, and he picks up 6 or 7. Second down now and 4. Should mention the CVA cheerleaders over there on that far sideline. You can hear them all the way over here. They
Where did the South Jeff cheerleaders? Oh, they're there.
Been in and amongst the bleachers, I think.
Boy,
Back to pass and under pressure. It was tipped. It's reeled in. And it's going to be a first down and then some.
More.
Broken play is going to turn into a whole lot of yardage. Flag down at about the 46 behind the play.
That was an illegal block, I think. We'll see. I thought I saw a cut block there. Boy, I think South Jeff realized pretty quickly it was going to be a screen when the whole line is allowed through. But then they turned around and watched. It floated over their heads. Let's see. I think they had a bad block. I'm going to call it
a illegal block.
Boy, that's a break for South Jeff. Just about near the first down marker now. That's pretty close. They might have to measure this. First down.
Timeout called after all of that by South Jeff. First timeout of the evening with 1:22 to go in the first half.
Well, that screen pass is killing South Jeff. They got a break there with the penalty call. But other than that first touchdown over the top, all their yardage through the air has come on that little screen pass. A couple different variations, but boy, they might have somebody, a linebacker or somebody, just watching for that play anytime he drops back.
Yeah, it's either been a fake handoff or
the
short little screen
the
out to the
intentional screen where you let everybody go by. That one worked to perfection. You'll see that at all three levels. You'll see that in the pros. Guy takes a snap, he's backpedaling, and 3 linemen are on him. That's intentional. They're looking for a screen.
Out of the timeout. Result of the play after the penalty was enforced is still a first down. 1st and 10. Ball on the 44 for the Thunder. South Jeff with 2 timeouts left. Pitched and controlled cleanly. Jaquez is over the
He's tough.
45. He's close to the 50.
He is tough to bring down. Quick gain of 5 or 6 there. Give him 6.
Pete's made the stop inbounds, and so CVA will take their first timeout. So both teams now
2 left.
with 2 remaining. Easy for us to keep track. Nice new scoreboard over there.
Yeah, and honestly, not
Say
a lot
new,
of breaks in the action. It's easy to keep track. There's a couple whistles for timeouts. Not a ton of penalties.
Nope, been
Not a pretty clean game.
pretty free-flowing first half of football. Been entertaining. There's been a lot of
Big
tremendous plays.
Yeah.
Randy Fuller out of the huddle for South Jeff. And they'll step to the line on the defensive side of the football. 2nd and 5 coming up. Ball somewhere in between the 49 and the 50. Looking to pass. Now under some pressure. He's going to heave it, and it is incomplete. Tommy Pittick almost got there. And if the field was about a yard wider, I think he would have. Ball falls incomplete.
Well, I feel like they can bait him into a pick. The ball just floats a little. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think the screen pass, it's been their bread and butter here.
Take your pick. There's pretty much 2 options. It's either screen pass or handoff up the middle to Jaquez, which they've kind of gone away from here in the second quarter.
Oh,
They do hand it off.
And he lost yardage. Nice tackle.
It was Darrow on the carry, and he got thrown to the ground pretty hard, and he stayed down actually after.
Oh, helmet's off. He actually threw the helmet. He's not happy.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a play getting blown up. That was the definition.
I think officials had a couple of words with him. One, to make sure he was okay.
Right.
Once you're okay, I don't know about the tossing the helmet there, young man. Maybe take a play off. 4th down. Now, your CBA. Do you go for this? Potentially give South Jeff the ball on a short field? Or do you punt it away and trust your defense not to give up 80 yards in 40 seconds? I feel like I'd punt this away. You got an 8-point lead. I know they'd like to add to it, but I Boy, those last 2 or 3 plays have not been very productive. I think I'd kick it away. Take your 8-point lead into halftime.
I'd be inclined to agree with you, Ron. I suppose the counter argument is that you've had some big plays yourselves.
Yeah.
South Jeff has shown that they've been a little susceptible to that.
Yeah.
You could break one here and maybe add to your lead right now. I'd be tempted to play it safe. It's early.
Here's your other piece. Does their main weapon, he has to sit out a play because he was injured, right? He has to sit out this play?
Yeah. Darrow lost. Well, Darrow's the player who lost his helmet. It's
Oh, okay. All right.
Jacquez, who they've been
Well, they are going to punt it away.
really using on the offensive side of the football, but at least the punt formation. Good snap. Yeah, good punt as well. It's going to bounce inside the 20 and check up there, rolls just a little bit further, and then out of bounds or right on the line at the 14-yard line. So that's a really tremendous punt.
A fantastic punt.
So 38 seconds and I believe 1 timeout left for South Jeff. They've got 2 up on the scoreboard, but the last was taken after that hard tackle that Darrow took. South Jeff called another timeout to stop the clock.
I don't mind the idea of being aggressive, even this deep in your territory. You've got to trust your quarterback in harm's way. Your defense made a stand. You match up with a receiver you trust, put it out there, but you've got to make sure you protect the ball.
Mick is going to look to pass. He's under pressure, and he just throws that one away.
Seconds for your receivers to get down the field. Smart. Make them run a play on 3rd down, call another timeout. You've had this
issues with the punt.
Punt goes over your head. This time it's a safety or a touchdown.
18 seconds remaining in the first half. Spartans trail by 8 here at home against the Central Valley Thunder, a team that they haven't had a lot of success against in the past. They played last season, South Jeff won. Before that, you have to go back to 2016, I believe, the last time these two teams, but South Jeff, just that one win in about 5 previous meetings.
Now, Coach, what are you dialing up here? 3rd and long. CVA sitting on a timeout. Call a run. You better try. I'm running a screenplay if it's me. It takes a few seconds to set it up. He got the chance to break it open.
Mick is looking downfield. He's under pressure, and he's brought down at about the 2.
I think that's the thing you couldn't do.
Yeah, pretty much the last thing you wanted to do there. Do you consider
taking the safety? No, I don't. Get the kick away. Even if you get it out, just get a foot on it. Get it out to the 30 or 40. They're going to have time for one play. One step, foot on the ball, get it out of there. CVA is wise to put 2 returners back, cover both halves of the field. And they're not very deep.
No, lined up at the 34. The biggest thing here is it's got to be a good snap. And now South Jeff taking their time.
Seems silly. 9 seconds left in the half. Just a 4th down pump. This is, in my opinion, a big play in the game. South Jeff would be thrilled to get in the halftime only down 8 points.
It's a phenomenon that's really talked about in every sport, and it's completely immeasurable. but it's pretty hard to deny the existence of this thing called momentum, right? If you're able to pin South Jeff here for the CVA perspective and score a couple of more points, that's got to feel really good going into halftime. A good snap, low punt, and it gets away. That was a low liner reeled in.
I think somebody got a piece of
at
that.
the 14. It
somebody blocked that?
might have been tipped.
Somebody had to tip that. One play here.
Wasn't exactly what they were looking for, the South Jeff Spartans, but
no, I got to think a 12-yard punt was not what they were dialing up.
Does maybe beat the alternative, and now they will take their last timeout.
By a very little. It only beats the alternative if they don't score.
Correct. They still need a stop here with 5 seconds to go in the first half.
That wind picking up.
Of course, we're pretty exposed up here on the crow's nest, top of the press box. Really nice view of the
fantastic view of the field
and
facility
surrounding area, the whole high school behind us, middle school.
Now, what are you drawing up? Something one-on-one on the outside? I can't think it's a run.
Yeah, you've only got 5 seconds, so I wouldn't waste it here on trying to run it. They've had success, but South Jeff has also shown that when they do gear up to stop the run, they have on occasion. So why deviate from what's worked? Run that option pass where you fake the handoff.
I wonder if that big back can throw the ball. If they pitch it out to him, you're going to have 11 guys bearing down on him. He'll be able to flick it over the top.
He is back there. Calvin Jacques is in the back of the eye. But it is a quick pass out into the corner of the end zone, and it is
nice defensive
well
play.
Defended by the
That's
Spartans.
That's a nice play.
Able to bat it down and make a defensive stand right at the end of the first half. So they head to halftime trailing by 8.
Good stand. They made it interesting there.
The whole first half has been interesting. It's been fun football to watch. Certainly for the neutral observer. Entertaining. There's been some big plays. There's been some big hits. And some miscues, bad snaps. About everything you'd expect from Frontier League football.
Let's not forget that phenomenal catch in the corner of the
that
end
was
zone.
tremendous.
Man, I might go home and replay this live stream just to see that play.
Well, pull it up at halftime if you want.
Man, that was amazing.
It's the South Jeff down by 8 here at halftime, 20-12. First live stream football game of the season for us here at NBC Watertown. Connor Lalone along with Ron Rockwood. And the crew tonight, Nate Madison on the camera, James Stump, Zach Zabriskie, the technical director, as always. We're going to take a break here at halftime. We're actually going to be back in a couple of minutes and talk to one of our biggest sponsors, our presenting sponsor, Bob Johnson. We're going to talk to Mike Perkins.
Oh, fantastic.
In a little bit here, but we'll give you a break and let you recover from listening to Ron and I for that whole first half before we come back.
They muted us 20 minutes
in
ago.
A couple of minutes. If they were smart, they did, for sure. South Jeff down by 8. We'll be right back, guys. halftime here at South Jeff, trailing by 8. And as promised, we got Mike Perkins here from the Bob Johnson Auto Group. Mike, just first, I want to say thank you, obviously, for everything you do for us here at NBC Watertown, not just with the live streaming. Obviously, a lot of other support for different things we do as well, too.
Absolutely. We're glad to do it. We're glad to be a part of the community, support the local schools, teams, we try to support everything. So,
well, again, it certainly doesn't go unnoticed. There's a lot of people, and not just us too, that are touched by you guys and your generosity and your willingness to contribute. I know, obviously, this game in particular means a little bit more to you,
sure,
family-wise.
Yep. My son's on the team, so we're hoping that they can pull out a win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to pull for South Jeff. Graduated in 2018. Sometimes it's tough to be up here and try to stay neutral and not get too excited when they do something nice.
Right.
But, no, seriously, the support, like I said, this game means a lot to you. My rosters just went flying all over the place. The wind picked up here. But
hopefully the rain will hold off here.
I know. That's been our biggest concern. But the sports in general, I mean, you sponsor you're a presenting sponsor for our live stream, all the live streaming that we do, and it just happens to predominantly be high school sports.
Yeah. Yep.
Why is that something? I mean, we're glad that you do it, obviously, but why is that something you feel?
It's important to us. We want to be part of the community, and I feel like high school sports is a great way to get there, between the teachers and the parents, and the kids in the future. We just want to, help them, help everybody. The community supports us, so we support the community.
That's one of the coolest things, and it really has, for me, obviously you grow up where you grow up, and you experience the community, and again, I'm going to be a little biased, but I think what happens here in Adams is pretty special.
It is.
There's been some really big events. Like when I was in high school, we had a couple of kids pass away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not easy to deal with as a community, and I feel like not only did this Adams community, but this South Jeff community really responded terrifically well to that.
Yep.
But I guess
my family.
Yeah, my bigger point though is I think the more we're exposed as a stream team to a lot of the other schools and communities, they're all like that.
Yeah.
Up here, at least in the North Country, it's really a special place to live.
I feel like the North Country is different than a lot of areas.
Yeah.
We're more family oriented. I feel more of the old time values.
Yeah. No, it certainly seemed true to me. And so I think you're spot on when you say that the sports, the high school athletics are a big part of that for a lot of these people. It's how they connect.
It means a lot for these kids, these parents. It really does. The whole community.
Pretty
Gives
good.
us something to do on a Friday night.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a pretty good crowd here tonight. Of course, they always turn out. We used to pack the bleachers back, even though our program wasn't exactly stellar when I was in school. There was always kids here. It's what you did. You went to the football game on Friday night and you hung out.
That's right.
You cheered for your friends and
absolutely. Well, hopefully we can pull out a few wins this season and go from there.
Yeah, it's been the last couple of years have been really exciting for South Jeff.
Yes. Nice for a change.
Moved into that Class B2 and a couple of sectional titles. Beat some pretty big schools. I know last year we were here and watched them play Jamesville DeWitt. Not even a school you would fathom playing against.
No, for sure.
And did well and won that game against them. So just a really big thank you, obviously, to you guys, all you guys at the Bob Johnson
Anything
Auto
we
Group.
can do, we appreciate everything you guys do for us as well.
Well, I'm with you. I hope they could pull it out. I know I shouldn't say that on stream, but South Jeff trailing by 8 here at halftime. Big thank you to Bob Johnson and also to Mike Perkins from the Bob Johnson Group. Not only supporting us in our live streaming endeavors, but taking the time out during halftime to come up and talk to us.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my son Jameson. Let's have a good game.
Absolutely. We'll be rooting for them all. We try to root for everybody equally,
Absolutely.
But some of them get a little more.
That's right.
Mike, again, thank you very much. Appreciate everything you do for us.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Adams, New York, home of the South Jefferson Spartans. They trail by 8 here at home. The first week of the season, the visiting Central Valley Thunder have been on top of things.
One-score game, but it just feels like South Jeff's been playing from behind. I mean, and they have, but it hasn't felt like a back and forth. It's felt like CVA out front, South Jeff trying to get back, and now they got a chance to make a stop here, get the ball back. You never know.
Yeah, came up with a big stop right at the end of the first half. Kind of backed themselves into a corner, but weaseled their way out of it.
I feel like CVA is going to try to get back to that running game. They dominated that first quarter and then went away from it. They certainly are in a formation to run the football.
Underway in the second half of football.
And
it's
there
a
it is.
handoff to the outside, a first down, and then some, all the way down close to the 30.
Well, that's a nice way to start. Good 20-yard gain.
Calvin Jacques, who's been really something to watch in that first half of play. Yeah, there's that play clock signal again, Ron.
Yeah. As soon as he started the signal, I looked at the sideline. There is nobody over the sideline area.
First down and 10 after the rush for Jacques. 11:30 to go. Quarter number 3. Handed off.
Right
Jacques
back to
again.
it.
Got
Oh,
around
ready
the
for
first
him that
tackle, but he's
time.
brought down on the outside. Nick Deneering in to make the stop for the Spartans.
A little more like it. I'm thinking they're still gonna stick with it. I don't know that they're any huge rush to pass the ball. It's certainly not downfield.
Yeah, it's been really pretty much a 2-look offense for Central Valley, but why change what's worked?
Yeah, that first play over the top, that was a blown coverage. I think South Jeff cleaned that up. Oh, the clock went to 0.
Delay a game.
CVA takes those incredibly long
They
huddles.
do. We noticed that.
That time after a live ball, it resets to 25 instead of 40. And they weren't even at the line of scrimmage yet. Oh, they're going to take a timeout instead.
That is the signal. So timeout to avoid the delay of game. First timeout for CVA here in the second half. It was an entertaining first half of football. Both teams into the end zone. Multiple occasions. A couple of great grabs. One just tremendous catch for CVA, one of their scores.
I'll be telling my grandkids about that one. That was a great catch.
Pretty good start for us here. The high school football season, NBC Watertown.
Absolutely. Yep. Every Friday night for the next 8 weeks. Fantastic.
Originally planning to have a Thursday game for y'all too, and that ended up getting rescheduled to a Friday.
Oh, the River rivalry. I was looking forward to that.
It was going to be an exciting game to watch. Ended up being moved, Lowville's homecoming game, to a Friday. Problem with that is it's a game we're planning on televising. Quarterback
up
hit
in
as
the
he
air.
threw, and it is
Hit.
picked off in the end zone.
Just get down. He's going to run it out.
Tommy Pittick with some space.
One man to
down
beat
the
there,
sideline.
second.
He's going to
Very
step out at about the
nice.
25. Tommy Pittick with the interception in the end zone.
Yeah, that's an ill-advised pass. 5-6 guys in the end zone, and Pittick's 6 inches taller than everybody else. You can't throw that ball up for grabs.
Yeah,
That's a
this
bad
was
decision.
really a jump ball, and Pittick is going to win most of those with his size and athleticism. mark him out at the 20, but nice interception for South Jeff.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Spartans here.
Yeah, not only is it a defensive stop, it's exciting. Gets the crowd going. And it is a pretty good crowd here.
Right up the gut. He's got some space.
Skipping
Still
out to the outside.
Space. He's got some room now. Oh, that's a nice open field tackle. He gets around that one. He might still be going. Quick 12 and a first down. South Jeff right back to the line. Calling it again. They were a little more ready for it at that time. Same exact play, much different result. Took a gain of 12 first time. This one's a loss of 2 for 2nd and 12. Shading that safety a little bit over towards Piddick this time, but well, now they're going to pick him, the receiver, up in the slot. Still 1-on-1.
Mick back to pass this time. He's
There's
under pressure.
the
Quick dump out to the near sideline.
Oh, and they were all over that. That's another loss. Same way they started the first half. First 2 plays, tackle for loss. In the first half, this one they got a first down and now 2 straight tackles for loss. 3rd and 16. Looking
Mick on
Piddick's
3rd and
way.
long, yeah. Just overthrown.
Got a great arm, but that one was not well placed. Quick 4 and out for the Spartans. Got to punt it away here. I'd like to get this mic out of the wind. I just can't seem to find a spot. I apologize.
Ron, it's not as bad as the one night last year. Josh Madison and myself were up on the roof at Indian River, and their huge blowout win against Carthage in the sectionals. And yeah, you could barely hear us. It was that windy. Great punt.
Nice
And it's
bounce.
going to roll all the way down to the 36. Great punt and great roll for South Jeff. So they stall on offense, but special teams.
Much different half here with now almost 4 minutes gone. At this point in the first quarter, CVA had 14 points on the board.
Yeah, they had put up a couple of scores in quick succession.
It's good coaching at halftime, defensive adjustments, taking away what was working. Now the offense has got to find some new wrinkles to get the ball moving again.
Motion.
Boy, that floating snap. Just feel like that's going to come back to bite them before we're done.
Well done to dig it out and pitch it.
It's a full second just for the ball to get back to the quarterback.
Up to the 39.
The CVA's done a good enough job of preventing the Spartans from getting around and getting to it.
Oh, that's a fumble.
Yeah, ball's loose. Pick
Oh, and he
back
picked it up. He
though.
might go. He might go.
Can anybody catch him?
He's running away from him, and that's going to be 6 on a fumble. Wow. What a turn of events. South Jeff almost with a turnover they needed, and instead he picks it up and runs 65 yards to the 55 yards to the house. Wow.
Yeah, ball came loose right at the line of scrimmage. And there to pick it up was Calvin Jacquays.
You're a stat guy. Does he get credit for 55 yards rushing, or does he get credit for a fumble, recovery?
I think give him both, right? Recovered the
don't know.
fumble
Does that
on
count?
offense and then
Does it count as a rush?
rushed it for 55 yards. It's like when Josh Allen got a passing touchdown to himself last year. Thunder go for 2. Looking to pass, and now under pressure, rolling out to the left. That's Voorhees, the quarterback. He stepped out of bounds.
Boy, it's a tough break for South Jeff. Jeez, ball on the carpet. Guy not only recovers it, he picks it up on the dead run and runs through your defense for a touchdown.
Yeah, and of all the players to recover it, one of the biggest and fastest on the field. It's 6 more for Central Valley. 26-12 now the score.
Well, for the Spartan fans out there, each time they've fallen down by 2 touchdowns, they've scored on their next possession. They certainly could use that here.
Central Valley to kick it away.
The spinning squib, or is he going to kick this one deep? That's going to go out of bounds. Oh, no, it kicked back in.
Hit and checked.
Oh, he's going to try to go all the way across the field.
Nick Denaring tripped up close to the 25. I think if he had gotten all the way out to that far sideline, he might have had a chance.
Yep. He decided that second he picked it up. I mean, after all that delay, you got to figure the entire kick coverage team is coming to your corner. If you can get to the other side, you should have open space.
Return to the 25 for Nick Denaring. Hand it off.
That's
and a
good.
hard fought 4 or 5 yards.
Good pursuit from behind to make that tackle. They tend to run the same play back to back when they have success up the middle. Let's hope they don't do that again. And there it is. Oh, this time he's got some space.
Warner breaks a couple.
Nice run.
Down close to the 50.
Normally they run that back to back and the second one's a loss. Went right back to the well.
Got a good block at the line and able to break through. Down to the 49. Fresh set of downs. Under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mick looks to pass this time. Out to the near side.
Boy,
Laser
he
through the
can bring
hands.
it. No need to rifle that one. He was pretty well open.
Yeah, it looked like Winchester had time and space.
All right, 2nd and 10. I don't think they want to throw 3 plays in a row, so this has got to be that short handoff.
Mick,
or a keeper.
option, gonna keep it himself, and
Boy,
Mick
nice seam up the middle. They are opening up that middle.
down over the 35. Yeah, that's a gap that just hasn't really been there in the first half, and all of a sudden, South Jeff able to power the ball up the middle. Marching down into the CVA half of the field now. 1st and 10, ball on the 34. Low snap, Mick digs it out. Pass and catch on the near sideline.
It's a nice open field tackle.
Twisting out of bounds. Yeah, it was Dion. Yeah, 5 or 6.
Right up the gut again.
Warner on the carry this time.
He's close. I think he got it, but what do I know? Let's see where they end up spotting it.
Well, tough with the angle up here.
Yeah, it is. It's rough, but since the guy spotting the ball standing on the 27, it should be a first down, but
just short again.
Looks
Looks like
spot it on the 20.
pretty much that exact same yardage marker as
maybe the guy on
last
the
time
outside
this
is
happened.
not supposed to spot the ball because that's twice. Good God.
3rd and short. Mick hand it off. Warner still trying to go.
He hit the 27 3 different times there. Let's hope they actually spot it there and give him the first down. There's the first down.
First down, South Jefferson.
On the move.
Can the Spartans answer again after falling behind by 2 scores? Low snap again for Mick. Has
he's
some
up top.
time
He's
though.
got
Has a
him.
man as Dion.
Bang! And 3 times they go down by a second score. 3 times they answer with a touchdown. Big 2-point conversion here. They get this one, it's a 6-point game.
Mick to Dion, corner of the end zone.
Oh, that's a nice throw.
26-18. Bit of a low snap again, but Mick went down and got it. Had time and delivered a perfect pass into Lucas Dion, who had beaten his man in coverage cleanly.
All right, let's see.
You
Hope
wanted
they can
them to
draw
do something
up-
different here.
Something else. That rollout to the right has not worked. I realize they got trips over there, but you're clogging up the entire side of the field.
Winchester to the left. Mick looks that way, and it's picked
Oh,
off.
he can run it back for 2, am I right? No. I
Whistle.
thought you could run that back for 2. I believe in college you
I'm
can
curious,
run that
yeah,
back
why
for
that
2. I think
stopped,
that's
honestly.
I thought that was a live ball, but what's happening in the end zone down here? Is he hurt?
That's Billy Winchester, he was the intended recipient on the play. He's walking
I'll
off.
have to look that one up because I thought that was a live ball. And he had a lot of open space. CVA doesn't seem to be putting up a stink, so apparently that's dead as soon as they pick it off. Well, here we go, back to a 1-score game. Asking that defense again to come up with a stop so you can get us the ball back. Get South Jeff the ball back. Light rain starting to fall.
Yeah, just a touch.
Looks like a decent rain on the CVA sideline. They can barely feel anything over here.
Yeah, the lights certainly make it visible over there.
Caught at the 28. And right back up the middle. Good return out to the 44. Good starting field position for the Thunder as they find themselves again just up the one score.
First down, CBA at the 44.
All that delay a game / timeout at least has CVA getting out of the huddle a little quicker. I think we're going to see a steady diet of that right there for the next quarter and a half.
It's up 6. And they'll be spotted on the 50-yard line.
Both teams, I think, will be content to keep the ball on the ground here. South Jeff obviously have to push a little bit, but had success on that handoff play up the middle, especially with Gavin Warner. Handed off again.
Oh.
Tripped up. Great play by Tommy Piddick.
Shoestring tackle over there. They had him in the backfield.
Got Calvin Jacquez.
1st and 10. CVA now into South Jeff territory. Rain coming a little harder. Good time to lean on your running game.
Quarterback keeper.
Try the option?
Yeah, the option play. He kept it himself, and he's brought down in the backfield.
That option is risky as the rain starts to fall. That ball gets a little slick.
Yeah.
I guess they're going to give him right back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Pitched again out to the left. Not much doing on the play up the middle. About 3 on the carry.
That's an kind of interesting play design there. Kind of set up, get that running back out wide. He catches it. It's just like a full head of steam bulldozer. Third and 6. Another chance here for the South Jeff defense. I think I'd watch that screenplay.
Hand it off.
The handoff, and he's got room to the outside.
That's a 1st down again.
Really an impressive runner, honestly. If he's got space, he's got moves to make people miss. And when that space is gone, he's not afraid to put his head down and run somebody over. First and 10, 29-yard line for the Spartans.
Handed off.
Playoff tackle on that. He just stumbled. He tried to change direction.
Nothing doing.
Give him a yard or 2, maybe.
Jacquez tackled promptly. 2nd down. About 8 coming up here.
They are using a bunch of this clock. Probably going to milk the rest of this third quarter before this possession is done, unless they suddenly take to the air. I don't know why they would.
Down to a minute to go. Quarter number 3.
Better hurry up. Play clock's at 3.
They get it off, and it's handed off. Jaquez on the carry again. Another 3 or so yards. Whistle
I'm not
here.
sure why they're whistling. Clock's still running.
Now it's stopped at 39.
That's a
a
sideline warning. There it is. I gotta say, these guys are pretty keen eye on that sideline.
They've certainly been paying attention to the play clock as well. Starts rolling now.
Third and 5. Pretty big play here as that third quarter has flown by as CVA has stayed almost exclusively on the ground.
They can run it all the way down to about 14 and get a playoff here, but they jump offside, I think, or jump false start rather.
Honestly, first game of the season, generally you see
lot
several of
more
those
of
false
those,
starts, and it's really been a pretty clean game. These teams are ready to go. It's good coaching on both sides.
Yeah, they really have done a solid job. Both teams, it's been composed football. There hasn't been a lot of penalties either way for much of anything. And the quarter number 3, 26-18. South Jeff trailing. Like you said, every time they fall behind by 2, they get back into it.
Just can't draw back even.
Stringing together the stops has been the issue for South Jeff tonight. Still 12 minutes of play, though.
That penalty is going to help the cause. 3rd and 10, heck of a lot better than 3rd and 5.
Headed towards quarter number 4. High school football on NBC Watertown, presented as always by the Bob Johnson Auto Group. I can't thank them enough. Thank Mike Perkins for coming up and talking to us at halftime. And tonight's game, South Jeff against Central Valley, brought to you by SNR Automotive in Mansville, across from the elementary building, keeping your vehicle running smoothly and safely. It's Keith Snyder and SNR Automotive. Odie Green and Ace Hardware here right in town. Nobody calls it Ace. Everybody calls it Odie Green. If you're in Adams or Sackett's. Odie Green Lumber and Hardware, owned and operated locally here since 1904. Helping you with all your projects. Something I learned the other day. You can get your hunting and fishing licenses at Odie Green.
Really?
Adams Country Club. Apparently it's the new stop for Ron
I'll
Rockwood
tell you,
and co.
Some fine victuals. 3rd and 10.
Start of the 4th quarter. Fake pitch. Voorhees
looking
to pass. He's under
that's
pressure.
trouble.
As he
That's
throws
trouble.
it, picked off.
Bad decision there.
South Jeff with another interception.
Boy, he knows. He knows. He's laying there on the ground knowing he let his team put them in a bad spot there. I think he's okay. It's his feelings that are hurt. That he's got to eat that ball. I know he's trying to make something positive out of trouble, but
Voorhees did get hit as you released that one, but it was doomed from the start. Interception for Lucas Del Papa. South Jeff with another takeaway.
just going to throw it out there. They haven't gone over the top to Piddick yet. If they could give that quarterback a little time, maybe a stop and go, a pump fake after a 6-7 yard out and then go. That safety's crowding the line of scrimmage trying to stop the run. Still one-on-one.
Hand it off. Warner spins around one. Warner still going.
Boy, that's a nice piece of running.
Close to 9.
That was all of a 1-yard gain. 9 yard. The other 8 came from just his effort. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, yards after contact were pretty much all of them right there. Second down and short.
Not sure what Piddock's looking back at. Play call, I guess.
Tommy Piddock on the near sideline. 2 options on the left. Mick will hand it off. No, he kept it himself. He's spinning around, dives forward. That's a really hard-fought first down for South Jeff. Warner and Mick.
No lack of effort out of the Spartans. That's 2 tough runs. Both could have gone for a no gain or potentially a loss. Instead, they turned the 2 plays into a first down. All right, 1st and 10 out near midfield. They got the ball in their own 47. 1st and 10. And he fakes the handoff. He keeps it himself, and he's got a little seam up the middle. Big gainer up the middle. He's all the way inside the 35. Down at the 33. Great run. Boy, that play has been successful several times tonight. He fakes that handoff, and it's like the Red Sea just parts right up the gut of that defense. 1st and 10 now. South Jeff on the move with a shot to try to get in and potentially tie this game.
10:30 to go. Warner in the backfield with Mick. Piddock and Dion, the receivers on this right side, looking that way. Dion overthrown and incomplete. Second down and 10.
They've missed on that one a couple times today. They send Piddock on a quick post pattern and then bring the slot receiver underneath. He's been there. It's just not a throw he's been able to make tonight. He's made several great ones, but that out has not been one of them.
Hand it off this time. And Warner picks up a couple of yards. Then bring up 3rd down and long, though, with 10 minutes to go.
It's a, without question, 4-down territory.
Long wait here. They get the play call from the sideline. Mick looks to the right. Throws. It's caught by Tommy Piddock. Piddock's trying to pound his way forward. He gets to about the 25.
Gonna be a yard short.
Couple of yards short.
4th and 1. You gotta think CVA is gonna clog up that middle. Don't want that quarterback keeper. And if I'm South Jeff, that's exactly what I'm calling. Fake that handout. I assume it's an option. He reads the defense and decides whether to pull it back in. That's got to be the play. Although they're gifting Piddock 5 yards anytime he wants it. If he wants to just quick toss it to the outside.
Hand it off, Warner.
Oh, and he did not get it. He didn't get it.
Tried to skip around to the outside, was met. Stayed on his feet, but couldn't fight forward enough.
Great effort, but they were all over that. And one more time, going to call on that defense, try to get the ball back.
Only bonus here for South Jeff is they've got CVA deep in their half of the field. Counter argument, CVA has come up with a big play several times tonight.
I'm going to play armchair quarterback here and say CVA, they've made their last pass attempt unless this gets back to a tie game.
Would not surprise me.
They should stick with running the football.
Handoff up the middle.
They've had a couple ill-advised passes that have cost them scoring opportunities.
Gain of 4 on the handoff.
All right, maybe I'll allow him a screen pass, but nothing beyond the line of scrimmage. Just has not worked out for him at all after that first possession. I'm trying to think of another forward pass they completed that wasn't a screen. I don't think there was one.
Quarterback keeper again on the option. And he's going to be forced out of bounds. The ball came
falls
loose.
Did he get it in bounds? They're marking it there. I think they're marking it there.
I think the ball went out of play.
Wow. Lucky break.
Bounced on the sideline over there.
They're going to talk it over, but I think you're right, they've made the call. So now 3rd and 6.
CVA fortunate there. Voorhees nearly coughed it up again.
Third and 6. Himself, Jeff, I'm playing any receiver one-on-one. Just keep him in front of you.
Yeah, just a couple of wide here in the eye. They're going to hand it off.
There's your stop.
About a yard on the carry. Brings up 4th down.
They've got to pump this away, don't they?
Jamison Perkins in on the stop. Mike Perkins' son.
And they are going to drop back to punt it away.
The right call, I think, with 7 minutes to go.
Absolutely.
In your own half of the field.
Well, we're now under 7 minutes to go in the game. I'm going to take a second. I'll wait till this.
Last punt was a beauty. That one's really nice as well. It's out of bounds. 26.
I'm going to give a shout out not only to the South Jeff defensive players, but also that coaching staff. Second half, you got a fumble that a guy picks up and runs 55 yards for a touchdown. Fluke play. Outside of that, they've shut out CVA in the second half. Great adjustments, great effort. Their guys are playing hard. They've done their part here. Offense now needs to go down the field and see if they can tie this thing up.
South Jeff will get the football on the 25. 1st and 10 coming up for him from there with 6:42 to go. Mick hands it off. Warner stopped at the line. Slight loss.
They switched their offensive formation, too. They put Piddock on the opposite side. He's been lining up almost exclusively on the right. He's on the left now.
Piddock on the left. Winchester and Bickle, the receivers to the right.
And that is the definition of one-on-one over that safety 30 yards away. He is on an island.
Mick
There's
looking
the pump fake. And
for Piddock, has him.
Oh, Johnny. God. There was the pump and go. Oh, my God, he was 20 yards open. Oh, we mentioned earlier, sometimes that is the hardest pass to make. The guy is so wide open. Wow, they set that up for 3.5 quarters. And that was, he could have ran backwards into the end zone. Oh, boy. Oh, God. You set it up. Perfect play call. And, oh, God.
Incompletion on 2nd down. 3rd and 11. Looking for Piddock again. That's a great grab this time. Tommy
hands.
Stiff arms one. Bounces off a couple of more. Tommy Piddock brought down inside the CVA half of the field. Couldn't reel in the first one, but this time makes a great grab to go up and get
catch in traffic.
And then pick up another 20, 25 yards after the catch. South Jeff trying to go quick. The chains aren't ready for him on the far side.
Reset the play clock. really want him to reset the play clock. You got the South Jeff players trying to get the crowd going, and the official trying to get the play clock
trying to communicate
reset.
with the press box up here. Mick, hand it off. Warner. Warner still fighting forward.
Boy, look
Bounced
at
off
this.
3 or 4. A little surprised that whistle didn't come a bit earlier, but Warner over the 40.
I think CVA is saying the ball came out.
Yeah, they're arguing that that ball was fumbled and they ended up with the football. They're not going to win the argument.
Well, you think they can get that corner to bite on that pump and go again? He's 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. Oh, my God, reset the play clock again.
4:45 remaining in the game. South Jeff trailing by 8. With a football, 2nd and 2. Ball in the 37. Warner in the backfield. Handed off to him, and he is stopped immediately. I think he thought about pitching that back to Mick for a second and realized maybe that wasn't the greatest option. Tackled for a loss.
I don't think you'll see South Jeff punt again today. This is 4-down territory, and any possessions after that are going to be too close to the gun to punt it away.
Low pass, incomplete.
God, he had him.
Again. Trying to find Piddick, but
They handed him the first down. Big play now.
whistle
They got a
here.
timeout.
Yeah,
This is a big
timeout
call.
called.
Boy, what could have been. Quarterback and wide receiver out there talking it over right now. If he just puts a little more air under that first one, nobody was catching him.
Yeah, Tommy Piddick was home free.
Oh. You don't get that wide open on a football field. Well, any thoughts? What are they going to here?
That play that they just ran, I mean, you've said it at least a dozen times tonight. It's there. It's there. And they've conceded that play to Tommy Piddick.
And that pump and go only made it where that guy, he's not getting within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. If Piddick takes off for 5 and then just wanders and turns around and that ball's out, automatic. They're bringing Piddick back to this side. Nope, he's still going to go wide left. Putting another receiver out there with him, that's an interesting call. He's had better success when he's been the only guy out wide. They might be running this.
Mick looking to pass, throws, and it is incomplete. Bickle, I think, wanted a pass interference. And no flag. It's a turnover on downs, and it's a big stop for CVA. I'm not convinced by that play call for South Jeff.
They've had too many things that have been easier to connect on. But who are we to second guess? One more time calling on that defense to make another stop. I would be shocked if CVA throws the ball. They've got to be keen on this run. I'd have that safety up in the box. He's not going to throw it deep. I would be shocked.
Hand it off. Jay Quays.
There's a quick 10 on the first down.
Yep, another first.
Looks like they have enough for the first.
not wasting any play clock. They're going to take it right down to the wire here.
5 now. 2. Hand it off.
There, they got him in the backfield.
Took him a while to wrap him up, though.
Well, I think they were trying to strip the ball and forgot they better get him on the ground. Well, going to use the timeout. All right, so they're putting all the cards on the table on this set of downs.
.303 remaining. South Jeff trailing by 8. CVA looking at a 2nd down and about 12. Rain is back.
Second and 12, 3:03 to go. I believe they got 1 timeout left.
South Jeff with 1. Central Valley with 2, although that's less.
Less of an issue right now. All right, CVA offense back on the field here. 2nd and 12. Got to think they're going to keep it on the ground. South Jeff has to be keying on that running back. Going to take the play clock down as much as possible. Although right now it doesn't matter, the regular game clock's not running. Here we go, 2nd down. It's a pitch wide. And Smartley stays in bounds. He's going to gain 5. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8. I think they were doing everything they could to run him out of bounds. He smartly cut it back to stay in. Clock will run. South Jeff wanting to hold on to that last timeout. 1 more 1st down could put this one out of reach. They better hustle this up.
Play
Down
clock
to
at
10.
10. Yep.
3rd and 8. I still don't think they're throwing the ball.
Handed off again. Stopped again.
4th and 5. And
This will be
there's
the
your
last
last
South Jeff
timeout.
timeout. Yep.
Well,
2:07 to go.
You got 2 schools of thought here. CVA, if you want to make a run at this, you get the 1st down, the game's over. You take a knee 3 times and you're done. But boy, I don't know that you want to give South Jeff the ball on their own 45-yard line and 2 minutes of time on the clock. My money's on a punt. We'll see.
.207 to go. Rain really starting to go now.
They are going to punt. CVA has the advantage of the wind. Wind at the punter's back.
Good snap. Pretty good punt again.
That one's headed for the sideline.
Bounces back to CVA.
22, 78 yards from pay dirt. 2 minutes to go. Well, it's all in front of them. South Jeff has put themselves in a position to go down and tie this game. Going to take not only a touchdown, but then a 2-point conversion. They've been 0 for 3 on those so far tonight, so mathematically they should be due. First things first, they got to get this in the end zone.
I don't know if that's how that works.
No.
I don't know though. We've discussed several times math.
Throw it out the window.
Not my strong suit. Mick back to pass, thrown incomplete. Boy, there's the flag.
Yep, there. Late, but I think it's because he couldn't find it in his pocket.
Wondered. There was some contact there. Tommy Pittick held. Pass interference. 15.
Pass interference call against CBA.
Why is
Be a 15-yard
I was gonna say mark off some yardage here? South Jeff was walking the other way.
near the 36.
Mick gonna keep it himself.
Mick's going to keep it up.
Wow, I'm not sure that was.
I think
good
it looked like an
design.
option.
That-
And
boy, that looked like it was loose. That's an interesting call as your clock continues to run now down under 140.
Pass.
incomplete pass on the far sideline.
Actually, that's not necessarily a bad thing for
No,
South Jeff.
stops the clock.
Stops the clock.
4 downs to work with anyway, so.
Got the wind in his face. 4 wides.
3rd and 9.
Play clock, still plenty of time.
12 now. Quick pass, caught.
Just
Short of first down yardage.
And here's your play. They don't have a ton of time here. 4th and 1. Hopefully they've got a go-to that they trust. Wow, it's a great spot. Now it's 4th and a half.
Got to get it.
Boy,
Yeah, they did, I think.
boy, I'm not sure about that. I don't know that he got it. I think they got him for a loss. Well, he's over. Oh, they gave it to him. All right. Okay.
Well, it's hard to tell from up here.
It is. Yeah, in that pile. And
Pile
he
of
came
bodies.
back and made a second effort.
Right.
It was hard to see. Clock running again.
Fresh set of downs, though. Under a minute to go.
Boy, that's
Pass
a
out to the near
long
side, reeled
throw.
in, and then able to get out of bounds.
That is a long
Winchester
throw
with the
across
catch.
the field. That's a great arm.
Yeah.
I don't think it's intentional here. That's 3-4 plays in a row that have gone away from Pittick. I think they're trying to draw the attention. I think when they decide to go big, he's going to be the target.
Lined up all the way out to the left. Mick looks this way instead, and it's incomplete through the hands of Gavin Warner.
He had a little real estate there. He could have gained 5-6 yards and gotten out of bounds, but
Mick was under pressure in the backfield. It was on 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
.48 seconds to go. South Jeff, no timeouts to work with. Mick, quick pass,
Nice
reeled
pass.
in.
Good hands.
Out of
Another
bounds.
first down.
Chase Bickle with the catch and a first down.
Spartans continue to march down the field with 45 seconds
45 seconds.
left.
42 yards to go. They ran a blitz up the middle outside to Pittick.
Incomplete. Underthrown for Tommy.
I think he saw that blitz. They picked it up, but I think it made him rush his throw. 2nd and 10, 41 seconds to go. Going almost exclusively to the outside. I know you want that clock to stop, but boy, the middle of the field is a open space out there.
Caught on this near sideline.
And
Great
yes,
work to
he's
get out of bounds.
Boy, They're getting to a point in the game where they won't be able to use it. If they use the middle of the field now, it'll stop when he's tackled. I just feel like there's a ton of room up the middle. Want to run one of those slot guys up the seam.
You kind of have to
could have
get
some
it.
space.
If you're going to go up the middle, you have to score. At least approaching that point. Mick under pressure, hit as he throws, he spins, and it's incomplete. Tried to go in the direction of Piddick that time.
Yeah, he was rushed. He had to throw it, and he ended up throwing it to the inside. He's lucky that wasn't intercepted. Is this 4th down? God, why was I thinking it was 3rd?
4th and 3. Ball on the 35. There's 31 seconds left. Spartans trail by 8.
Game on the line again here.
Whistle.
Might have a, well, they want to get the ball on the right line. I think he says you mark it on the 35.
Yep. Yard further forward.
A little more wind to deal with, which makes it harder to throw to the outside.
Quite a bit more wind.
Don't be shocked if they run this ball up the middle. Oh,
they got him to jump.
5. Wow. Same guy. He got him twice tonight. Oh, gosh.
Central Valley jumps offside. It's 1st down now and 10. What a break for the Spartans.
They've been going exclusively to these out patterns.
Mick under pressure, rolls to his left and throws it away.
Smart play. Smart play. Heads up play from the quarterback.
.25 seconds now to go. South Jeff looking at 2nd and 10. Mick again trying to pass out to the near side, and again it's incomplete.
That wind is not doing him any favors.
No,
it picks up more, and it's right in his face. It's going to be tough to connect downfield. You almost have to intentionally overthrow it to end up being on the money.
Trying to find
10.
Winchester that time. Mick caught.
Inside screen.
Piddick.
That's
They got to
trouble.
get up
They
there.
better go. 4th down. Clock's running.
15 seconds to go. Seljeff has got to hurry up. And it's 4th down. They've got to go. They
Don't
can't
spike it.
They
Don't
did.
spike it. Oh, no, he spiked it on 4th down. Oh, no. Oh, was there an injury? He spiked it on 4th down. He didn't know the game situation. You said it just before he did it. Don't spike it. Wow. Wow.
Seen a lot of things on a football field. I don't know if I've seen that.
Wow. That's just not knowing the situation. There's no two ways about it. Heat of the moment, I get it. But boy, as soon as he got up in that formation, you knew that's what he was going to do. He's been in the shotgun this entire drive. He got under center to quick spike it. Oh, God, what a heartbreaking end.
Time and score.
One knee's going to do it here. Wow. Tough way for that to end for South Jeff. Great fight. They fought back time after time. And that'll do it.
Unfortunately, they never put themselves in a position to really get back into it. They dug themselves too big of a hole to start with and couldn't climb out. South Jeff falls 26-18 here at home, the season opener against Central Valley, our first streamed game of the year from NBC Watertown. It's
Wow.
heartbreaker for South Jeff, a tough one to swallow, but one that you'll look at later in the year.
A lot to learn from.
And exactly, look back and improve upon what you did well and try to fix some of those mistakes that they made. 26-18, the final score. South Jeff falls to Central Valley. For our stream team tonight, Nate Madison, Cody Wheeler, James Stump, my commentary partner, Ron Rockwood. My name's Connor Lalone. Shouldn't forget Zach Zabriskie, who's huddled under a coat over here to avoid the rain. South Jeff on the short end tonight, and Adams. We'll be back next week.
At the
same
Beaver
time.
Dome, right?
Yeah,
All
Beaver
right.
River. Friday night at 7. We'll see you there. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great night.